How are you?
I'm good, but not always as good. And you know how a few days ago I texted you about that post on one of the Facebook groups that it wasn't the first post. It's like it's happened before that the mom is not handling what's happening to her with her, and she's crying for help on the Facebook group. And anonymously. And that is the thing that we as women moms, when we're going through depression, hard time, mentally we are not making we don't ask for help usually, not always, but usually we don't ask for help in our close circle of family or friends, because
why?
We feel ashamed. We feel like if we speak up that we're not doing well mentally, we're gonna be stigmatized, like, oh, you're crazy, or you should
you can handle it.
Yeah, or we're gonna be told that you're a mom, you have to, like,
oh, you're being judged.
Yeah. And that woman is literally saying, please help me, I don't know what to do anymore. I can't handle myself, my kids, I'm losing it. And you just want to hug that person, but that person is anonymous.
Yeah.
And you comment, you give your advice.
And you know what? You probably, like, to the people she knows, she's great.
Yeah,
she smiles. She's
on the surface, everything is perfect. She's the greatest mom.
No one realizes.
No, this is happening. Kind of with
too often
abuse in homes behind the door, but that is happening in your head, and nobody can understand unless that person went through it.
Yeah,
because the husband or partners, many times they just, like, they don't get it. Like, how can you be overwhelmed? How can you be depressed? How can you wake up in the morning and be in a bad mood?
Yeah, but the thing is not visible. Like, it's very difficult to. But I don't think it's very difficult to explain. I think it's impossible to explain. Like,
no. And going through it myself after giving a birth, going through postpartum depression and not getting help for almost 2 years, like year and a half. I was knocking to the doors. I was calling therapists, and no, we're not taking new patients. No, we don't speak English on the therapy. And it was like, then what should I do? Like, what should I do? And there was a point after another panic attack I had, very severe one, that I told my husband, take me to the hospital. And we went with our small daughter, and they said, everything's fine. Your vitals are fine. Like, you just, like, overwhelmed. And they sent me home because it's not emergency. Of course, by the time I went to the hospital, I already calmed down.
But listen, they see you going there with a small child, so they see their doctors. They can think, okay, there might be depression.
Yeah. And I was telling them, I believe I have postpartum depression. It's been a year and a half. I'm suffering from severe anxiety and panic attacks. I'm not handling the life on a daily basis. Yeah, but your vitals are okay, like, go home. And so we left. We left until I found a therapist after a year and a half. Actually, she's Spanish, like, older woman in Germany. And I called her, I left her a message, and she called me back, and she's like, yeah, I'll take you. And from there, like, I don't say that medication is needed in every case. In some cases, it's important, but
listen, like, how difficult it is for the person to acknowledge, to accept that he's having that,
and
then it's still more difficult to find someone to help you.
It's very hopeless feeling, like having the same conversation with my husband. I'm not handling it, like, I need help, and there is no help. Like, there's no help. I was going to my, like, GP, and she was like, yeah, you have to be calling therapy. It's like, that's what I'm doing, but, like, it's cry for help, basically.
Yeah.
And it's not acknowledged by the health system in many countries that women, after giving a birth, they should be seeing a therapist at least once or twice.
But then, they go with so many statistics and like so many like high percentage of women has depression after, but like you don't do anything to help them or to treat them.
And imagine if you're a single mom or if your partner or family is not helping. Like for me, like when I wasn't able to take care of myself and my child, I was just breastfeeding. But the rest is what my husband doing. Like he was basically doing everything. But he couldn't help me mentally. Like he could do the shopping, cook, care for our daughter, but he wasn't able to help me the way I needed the help from the professional. And imagine you don't have that, at least one person around.
I don't know. I believe it's very difficult to accept yourself like you are there, right?
Yeah.
I wasn't diagnosed as a depression, right? But after I have my first one, like I felt like we all feel like alone, like afraid because something new. It's a big responsibility. You have to keep that kid alive.
Yeah.
And 24/7 is that kid. You forget about yourself. So, and plus if your partner is working like outside from home, or even if it's at home but it's working, it cannot be like 24/7 taking care of you either. Like we are not asking for that. We are not being selfish in that way. It's just like the system is wrong. That's first of all, I think the system is wrong because they should take care of that mom, like to follow up, like listen, how are you doing? Like 2 months passed, like are you getting along? Like I don't know.
Yeah.
You need anything? You need help? You need to talk about it? Just someone to talk about it.
Yeah, exactly. Someone to talk about it.
Because in these things, like I was like, I didn't want to eat, or I was eating because my husband was cooking for me, but like you don't feel like
doing anything,
or dressing up, changing like all day in pajamas because actually you don't go anywhere like the first days, like you don't feel like doing anything.
And I didn't feel any joy, and I didn't feel the joy of the motherhood in the beginning. And I was judging myself. What's wrong with me? Why I'm not feeling that joy? I felt like, oh my God, again, change the diaper, breastfeed, put her to sleep, wash her. It was like I was doing that as a punishment, sort of. Like I felt like, what is happening to my life? Like, what is this? And I couldn't understand that. And of course, you don't talk about it with anyone from the family because you're going to be judged. Yeah. And if there would be someone coming, and I had the midwife coming, but she was checking the baby and she was checking
the stitches, no?
The stitches.
I had the same. But that's it. They don't check you here.
They don't check like, how are you doing? How are you dealing? Do you feel like, even the question that you got from the doctors, are you mostly happy?
You laugh a lot, you laugh sometimes, you never laugh.
But something.
That's something.
Something. And if there is indication, the mom says, no, I'm not doing well, okay, then there is a process.
Okay, but let me tell you, it's something, but it's something pointless. Because if that goes nowhere, if after that, they're going to ask you, you think you need help? I mean, I'm a mom. I gave birth like a few weeks ago. I don't even know who I am anymore. So I don't know if I need help or not. You tell me, do I need help? You think like you need to help me? Like, I don't know.
I think it should be mandatory. Like mandatory as you go to the gynecologist.
You don't see it from the inside.
Plus we camouflage. We put the smile and everything is fine. Yeah. We go for a walk with the baby like, we are the happiest moms. But inside you suffer and you are in the the most lonely place, surrounded by people, but you are so lonely and nobody can understand you.
I remember from the beginning, like kind of the sadness or like the loneliest moments was like the baby was waking me up in the middle of the night for feeding.
Mm-hmm.
And you were sitting in the bed, looking at the wall, feeding the baby, and
Like this is my
listening
life.
your husband
Yeah.
sleeping, like deeply sleeping, like snoring sometimes. And it's like, what did they do? Like, what is this? Like, no, what?
But,
Because you have plenty of time. It's just like,
but even
it's
during the day,
running.
you know, when if you don't watch
But for me,
TV
it was
or like
the worst time was
breastfeeding,
during the day. It was okay. Like
Yeah.
I was doing, like I was breastfeeding him forever, but it was hard at the beginning. Like I didn't like it. I was about to give up. I forced myself a bit because they say it's great. You should do it. Like again, same thing, right?
it's the pressure basically.
But for me, it was the worst part was the night. Because like everything stop around you, and like it's like
that's
yourself,
it.
and then you think, and like you think a lot.
That's true.
That's hard.
And
I think we're not prepared for how hard is motherhood.
No, nobody prepares you that, and also nobody speak about it. Doesn't want to speak because everyone is pretending, oh, I love motherhood. Motherhood is so fun, so beautiful. Yes, they are great moments. But I don't know if you saw that video that a daughter was interviewing her mom and the aunt. And
Yes,
they both said, we didn't enjoy anything. We love
what was
our
the best
kids.
moment or something?
There was no best moment. When you were asleep.
Yeah.
And I agree. Like, okay, for me, till 2.5 years old, I did not enjoy being mom. I did not enjoy it at all. Like, I love my daughter. There were nice moments, but I didn't enjoy the whole 2.5 years. I started enjoying after 2.5 years. And now, if I'm gonna say that out loud and I'm doing that, I'm gonna be like out of the book club, let's say.
But
like,
why? We shouldn't be like.
But that's the thing.
Why you cannot say?
But that's the thing. Like, you can't. You are judged straight away. Like, so why did you have a child?
Listen, like I enjoy. I have to say I enjoy. Like it's just like I suffer a lot, like the breastfeeding and that, like. But once I got it right, I enjoy it. Then when I have my second one, I think that was the worst time for me, because I had a 2 years old, almost 2 years old, the baby, and I was by myself at home, right?
That can drive you crazy.
So it was good that the 2 years old was going to the crash. Like, I was taking him, because when I was with both of them, I was like, what am I doing? Like, I cannot pay full attention to the older one. I cannot pay fully attention to the newborn.
Mm-hmm.
I was breastfeeding, so it's like you're breastfeeding, helping one, and the other one it's crying because, I don't know, because he felt, because he doesn't want that, he wants the other color, not this one, and like you feel so useless, like what
you can't be at the same time in two different places. Like, you can't.
Why no one tell me, like, how difficult is this?
Yeah, I can only imagine.
You have one and they're like, oh, you should have a second one because, they're going to play together, and, the closest you have them, like, the better connection.
It will be...
The better connection, one, like, it's okay, it's fine. I decided to have a second one this close because I want them, like, to be close to each other, but, I mean, not even for a second I could imagine, like, it was like that. It was the hardest 1.5 years.
I can only imagine with 2 kids, it's very difficult.
Terrible. Like, imagine, like, and then the 2 years old just wanted to go to sleep with me, and I had to breastfeed. So I was in the bed, breastfeeding my baby, and touching the other one, like, till he was falling asleep. It's just like.
And where was
really
yourself in all of this? There was no yourself. You were
at all. I was getting mental. My husband told me, I think you need to go back to work. My husband told me that. If you need to go back to work, just go. Like, we put the baby in the crash, but you need to go to work.
You need to get out of the house. Yeah.
It's not just get out from the house. It's like contact with another people. You know, see another adults and talk to them, and like to get out from your bubble, not just get out with the kids. Because I was going out, I wasn't staying at home, but for a moment, like there was a moment, it was very hard going out with both of them.
Yeah.
You know, and then I look back and I say, well, it wasn't that difficult back then when the small one was staying in the buggy. You know, because
Now it's more
we had
difficult.
one in the buggy and the other one was running. And I remember one day we were close by my place. We went for a walk, and it was a kind of a shopping center with one of those automatic doors, slide doors. Like they don't detect the kids many times. Like I don't know if they are too high or whatever. I was with the buggy with the small one, and for a second, the kid was beside me walking, and for a second, like I missed him. Like, where is him? And I turned and went, Mama! And like the door, catch him in the middle. I'm with the boogie. Like I just kind of, I let the boogie go, but then it was just like, I didn't put the brakes. The boogie was going. I'm like, it's like, to who I rescue first? Like, I mean, you know? And then like, there was no strength in the door. Like, he didn't have anything, but he got stuck in there.
Yeah.
Like, just can't. And then when she was walking, it was even worse because you go out with
One is running,
with two tornadoes, and they go different ways. And it's like, oh, which way I go? So it was like, I'm not going anywhere.
Until they are 4.
I was for a while like, I'm not going anywhere with both of them.
Yeah.
Just fucking mental. And my husband's like, what are you doing? Why are you going with both of them? Well, I cannot stay in the house, you know? Then you find your way, like, you know, they learn, like they listen, so, or not, because one day they didn't listen, so I took them, I went back home, and they were crying all the way, and then at home crying as well. I say, like, if we go out like this, we don't go.
Yeah, they have to learn as well to...
There's so many cars, the roads, like, they're very fast. You lose them.
It's
like,
just a second,
it's a
and
second.
something can happen.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But
would you say that newborn phase was your favorite, or now is better?
Now it's better.
Okay.
It's more stressful.
But
because they can hurt themselves more
yeah,
easily.
But it's more... That's what I was missing for the 2.5, let's say 2 years. When the baby is very small, they just sleep, eat, like there's not much interaction.
They do nothing.
Yeah. So now when it's talking, they are curious about stuff, asking questions, and it's like, I like this part. This
Just
part
a
of the
little
motherhood.
someone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's different. Like, I enjoy because, you know, I don't know, because it was a good baby as well. Like, he didn't cry much, just when he had like colics, like stuff like that. But I mean, generally he was quiet. He just wanted to eat. So once I established the breastfeeding, that it wasn't sore anymore, like that it was okay. I enjoy. So I was home. We were in Ireland, and like I enjoyed like sitting on the floor with him when he started like a tummy time, you know. Or I remember playing with him on the floor. Like I was fine, you know. Now it's much better. In a way, like you can have a conversation with them, right? You can teach them something, or he surprised you like many times, you know. Says a word like, from where you hear that, you know, or I'm gonna amaze you when he says something, you know.
I think the postpartum depression, it's taking away the joy of that beginning of the motherhood, and I just felt empty, like totally empty, and then it caused severe anxiety, and it lasts till today. Like it's not as much because I went to the therapy, but it just took something away from me. And I believe if I would get help earlier, it wouldn't be that, to that extent.
Probably.
And like, how many times did you think about giving up breastfeeding?
Many times.
And why didn't you give up?
Because it's the
Better,
right thing
it's
to
better.
do.
It's better. It's right thing to do, right? Yes. And I was like, I remember I was breastfeeding and crying and like telling my husband, I'm gonna give up. I'm gonna give up.
I cried. I kind of screamed every time my baby was latching. And my husband was like, "Why are you doing that to yourself?" You know, it was like because I want to do it, like
because the society says that that's the
but
thing.
Now you say it, but then back then, like I wasn't thinking. If I think like when my husband was asking me, I wasn't thinking like because everybody is doing it or because we should do it. Like no, because I want to do it, right? Because in my brain it was like everybody's doing, you should do it, but like that wasn't the first answer was coming. But it's because I want to. You know, I want to do what's best for my kid.
Yeah, if that means suffering,
because that's what they're teaching. They're teaching us. What's better for you, baby? What about you? What about what's best for you? Well, for your mental health.
The same with the giving a birth. When I clearly said I do want to have a C-section because I cannot handle the pain. I will not handle it well. Oh, you can do it. You can do it. It's best for you. It's best for baby. And I believe like it would be totally different story for me if I would have a C-section as well.
Probably.
But yeah, this is like.
But it's like everything. Listen, I know someone who gave birth just a week after me. She was with pain, with contractions for over a day. Like, and at the end, they had to do C-section. Like, why?
Why you?
Oh, yeah. Like,
make that
why would do this?
Woman go through all the suffering. Yeah.
And going, I think she went like 2-3 times to the hospital. Like, I can't take it anymore. These contractions I'm having.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, but you're not dilated enough. Well,
then.
But do something. Just take her there. Give her something to dilate, or like I don't know, or do C-section. If the baby is ready, like she was 1 week after, I think it was 40 weeks pregnant or something like that.
So
like, if the baby is ready,
fine, yeah.
If your body is not working properly, so maybe you can help it.
Exactly.
I don't understand why someone has to suffer over a day to end with a C-section. Because if you tell me that at the end, like everything was nice, like you know,
yeah.
So, what are we doing? We need to shake.
That's a good question.
These people.
And you know, there are men that they are doctors and they giving you advice about giving a birth, about breastfeeding, about how you're feeling after giving a birth, and they have no fucking clue what they're talking about. They can read in the books, they can have wives, but they never went through it. And what's worse, there are women that they are doctors and they will tell you, oh, suck it up. You can do it.
That's the worst part.
That's the worst.
I think even worse than the men. Because at least they try. You know, they think they know. But
because there was a midwife and there was a doctor that they were telling me, oh, we know someone with a C-section, they couldn't walk after properly, they couldn't straight up. Don't do this. Like, they scare me a lot with a C-section, but never told me about what I will go through or I can go through while giving natural birth. And after that, nobody give a shit how you're feeling. You're supposed to be a happy, cheerful mom. It's a blessing. Your child is healthy. Focus on that.
No complaints.
No complaints. And that's how we are taught, like, don't complain, just suck it up. And
but that's
it's wrong.
But like, yeah, it's wrong, but like it was always like that. I don't remember listening to my mom complaining about anything.
what my mom told me when she went to give a birth and she had 3 kids, she was screaming, right, when she was giving a birth. And the lady told her, why are you screaming? Shut up.
That's so wrong.
It's wrong. And that was the time that the men weren't allowed in the hospital, you know? The woman, she was just by herself.
You know, with my mom, like, because before, many years ago, they were doing the C-sections like vertical
Okay, yeah.
from the belly button.
That's
what my brother was born like.
That's
that
right.
way.
But I read many comments on Polish forums, like Facebook groups, that in Poland it's really bad. Some hospitals that they tell the pregnant woman who is giving birth, like, oh, I bet you didn't shout or you didn't scream that much when you were making that child, or things like that. Like, it's bad. It's bad. Or you want it, now you have to suffer.
There's a lot of abuse.
A lot.
But again, it's because we don't talk about it.
No.
Because it doesn't matter how they treat you then, in there, you're not going to talk about it. You're just going to remember, like, oh, my child was born, it was beautiful, and, you know, I love the mom and I fall in love with him.
And if women don't talk about it, nothing's going to change. And, you know, beside that, I want to be a millionaire to go to Bora Bora, but we can cut this.
Yes.
But I was thinking, like, if I could do something, if I would have resources to do something, I would like to create like a center that the women who needs, like, they feel helpless, instead of post on Facebook group, what can I do? How can I help myself because I'm feeling depressed, I can't handle the kids? They could go to that center. There would be psychologists, like, free of charge, to see them, and they can guide them.
Yeah, I agree. But still, I think like a lot needs to change for that women to go and talk without, you know,
Feeling shame
or judge or scared that what they're gonna say if I go here, or what my family is gonna think if I go here. It's very difficult. I don't know. It's like, it feels like you need to find or put a spot where it's completely anonymous and no one knows that you're going there. Like, it shouldn't be like this.
No, it
Why do we
shouldn't.
need to hide?
It shouldn't. But even if you find the courage and speak up and ask for help, there is no help immediately available. And that's the problem.